Hi, this is Frankie from 96.7 KCAL Rocks, and we are here at NAMM 2013 with Geezer Butler of Black Sabbath. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you very much, Frankie.
So we are here at the Samson Hartke Zoom booth. So why don't you tell me why you're here?
Because I've been using Samson stuff for years now, and I'm just been trying the new Hartke Kilo amp, and it's perfect. So just here to give back some of my appreciation for it.
So it's working for you, the Hartke amp?
It sounds great, yeah.
So that's what we'll be hearing when you go out and about this year?
When we're on tour, yeah. I used it on the last gigs in the summer that we did with Sabbath in England and on the Lollapalooza show, and it sounded really good.
Okay, well, I'm going to be asking you, of course, about the new album coming out, but I'd like to, first things first, we got to ask, how is Tony Iommi doing with his treatments?
Tony's responding really well. He's been having his treatment now for 14 months, and he's really responding well to it. So touch. He'll be all right.
He'll be good to do a tour and all that?
Oh yeah.
That's great news.
You can never stop Tony.
No, I don't think anybody could ever stop any of you guys. You've been going for a while.
Yeah, we have.
And how is Ozzy? Because we heard last week that he had a little bit of a burn thing going on at his house. How's he doing?
He's doing all right. He burnt his hand when he was putting the fire out, so that's the only damage that he did.
Little butter on it, Vaseline, it's fine?
Well, he's got it in a plaster cast.
So he'll be good to go?
Yeah, he'll be all right.
Okay, so now this is your first album that you're recording with the boys since 1978. First of all, it's titled 13. Why did you guys choose that name?
Well, it was sort of a temporary name that we just had something to refer to the album as, and I think it kind of stuck. But I don't know whether that's going to be the final title or not.
Okay, because there's just been speculation about why 13, because it seemed someone was saying maybe because it's 2013.
Well, there was that, and originally we were going to put 13 tracks on the album. And so I don't know how many tracks. We ended up doing 16 tracks, so I'm not sure what's going to be on the album and what isn't.
So we're just going to have to be in suspense, right?
Yes, same as me.
Okay, so what's it like now in the studio with Tony and Ozzy after all these years? What's it like now versus the way it was back then?
It's much more. This is the first time we've done an album together sober. None of us have been drinking or doing drugs or anything, so it's been more professional in that way. And we stuck to a schedule every day. We go in at 1 o'clock, finish at 6, just so that keep everything fresh.
So you don't burn out. You're going back in, not spending too much time, coming in fresh every day.
Yeah, exactly. 5 hours a day. That's it.
It's nice, and you're home in time for dinner.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So what is the inspiration for this album? What are you guys maybe kind of going through your history of Black Sabbath to come up with new material?
No, it's sort of got the feel of the first three albums, like back to the basic rawness, and the lyrics are they're just about life and death and doom and everything else.
It's fun stuff.
Yeah. You get Prozac with each album.
It comes on the side in the package.
Yeah.
So now, when this album comes out, they said tentative date in June?
June, yeah.
So are you going to have a tour coming up with that? Is the tour going to be connected maybe with an Ozfest?
We start in New Zealand and Australia in April, and then we do Japan. Then we do album promotion in June, and then USA in July and August. Then South America, and then Europe.
I'm sorry, when are you going to be in North America?
July and August.
Okay, and you are definitely hitting Southern California?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
You can't not come to Southern California.
This is one of the best places.
Will it be connected with an Ozfest or just strictly Black Sabbath?
It's just strictly Black Sabbath.
Okay, and any ideas of opening acts?
None whatsoever.
Now, what is your inspiration for having Brad Wilke play with you in the studio?
Well, that was Rick Rubin's idea, because he wanted to have. He didn't want a typical heavy metal drummer on the album, because it's not really a heavy metal album. It's more of a rock, heavy rock. And Rick Rubin suggested having Brad because he's more in the vein of Bill Ward, and so that's what we did. So we jammed with him, and he sounded great with the stuff, so we went with that.
Yeah, I was very surprised when you chose him because he's just, I think, a little bit of a departure.
Well, it's sort of back to the way we used to be in the 70s. That's his feel. It's got a sort of jazzy, bluesy feel to him, and that's the way that the music is now.
Well, I'm sure he was thrilled to get that phone call.
Yeah, it's great. It's great working with him.
And now, what about a touring drummer?
We haven't decided yet.
Now, one other thing I wanted to ask you. When you formed Sabbath back in the day because you wanted to avoid the status quo, which was being a factory worker, and kind of wanted to do that fist in the air and rebel and go back and just play music. Do you still feel that the music industry is kind of like that?
Well, the music industry's totally changed beyond all recognition from when we started out. It's more of a business now, and more of people put everything in little pockets where they didn't do that when we first started out.
So a little bit more confining now.
Yeah, it's sort of, you know, you're expected to do this and you're expected to do that.
So you have to put your fist in the air, but only at certain times.
Yeah. I mean, we just do it. We just do what we want anyway, 'cause, you know.
So what do you do? What do you do when you're not doing Sabbath or music? Like just in your off time, what do you like to do?
I read a lot of books. Take the dogs for a walk. I've got 4 dogs that keep me busy. Watch a lot of soccer.
I thought you were going to say reality TV.
Oh, no.
You don't want that rubbish.
That's the last thing I want.
And I've noticed of late that you do a lot of charitable shows and things like that.
Yeah, it's sort of, you know, it's giving back to what we all believe in.
I think that's great. I think you've done a lot of benefit shows and things like that this year that give back to people. I think it's very honorable.
Yeah, it's like, you know, it's good to have that feeling, you know, that you're doing something positive with the music.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you spending the time to talk to our KCAL Rockers, because we are definitely a Sabbath station and we play you all the time. And we can't wait for the new album to come out, and especially the tour.
Thanks very much.
All right, say bye to the KCAL Rockers.
Bye-bye.